let's go with Chelsea, mate, because 1-0 up after 4 minutes, João Pedro. You're kind of looking at that one thinking, against a Burnley team that have struggled to put a real run of results together. I'm thinking that, that's a 3 or 4. This is a Chelsea go-to-town day. Wasn't the way. Had possession, but it was sideways, backwards, no penetration. I think they had 2 shots on target in the whole game, Rob, despite having as much ball as they want. It was like old Chelsea in that kind of, pass it slowly, pass it here. Maybe mentally, we're 1-0 up after 4 minutes against Burnley. We haven't got to worry. Well, they did, because in the end, Fofana gets a red card. They give away a goal from a set piece. And we're slightly fortunate that I think it was Bryn Larson has another header from the corner kick from Ward-Prowse that could have given him a defeat. Kind of heard the similar thing. Obviously, Rosenior's not happy. Kind of heard the similar thing that we've heard under Maresca and 1 or 2 others. And while it's okay to see the problem and admit to the problem, we've got to start dealing with the problems, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, watching the first 20 minutes of this game, Rob, it's insane to think they're not going to win this game. How did Chelsea not get 3 points from this match? So in control. And I agree. I mean, I wasn't. They're of course they're a huge possession team, right? And that brings its own challenges, because when you want to do slow build up, they look like Man City. Teams get behind it. Just get behind the ball. Okay, break us down. Then it's not always easy. But I thought they were so dominant. They get the early goal. I'm like, this is so. It's crazy how they keep shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah. What did he say? Burning points away or something he talked about?
Burning points away the last 4 points.
So many points dropped from winning positions. And totally
19.
Avoidable. Yeah.
19 from winning positions. 17 at home, Rob.
That's crazy.
At home, they've been up for 17 points different to where they are chucking away.
I mean, that's obviously a shocking stat. But on the other side of it, look how good they could be if they stop making these mistakes. That's almost random mistakes.
Points, actually, isn't it?
Yeah,
they'd be part of the title race.
Of course. I mean, Fofana, gosh, I've studied him and I've enjoyed him, and I've made a lot of mistakes recently.
25. I'm not having the age for him. I'm not having him, Rob. I'm not having him. And I've said before that defender, I'm not having him. Irresponsible, lunging in. You're on a yellow card. You're not 21. You're not 2021 coming into the team. He's 25-year-old international footballer.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's too many now, Rob. They're players. Yeah. I mean, so many players getting sent off, and then it changes momentum. And you still think, well, Burnley, they should be able to see it out. And then of course they don't mark at the set piece. I mean, Leroy Senior did kind of. He looked fired up a little bit. I kind of liked it. He said that we had a player miss his assignment.
When he said he wasn't going to name them. In public, but there was somebody who didn't do their job picking up. Yeah. I've looked at it a few times. I can't kind of say if it was Tosin or it was Santos or one of those who we brought on, Achimpong.
Achimpong came on. But I mean, I have liked his words. I think he's a smart guy. I just hope, like you said at the start, Rob, if he doesn't improve this, like turn dominance into regular 3 points with no drama. There should have been a no drama to win, and yet they drop points again. So the fans will, as we know at Chelsea, will turn pretty quickly and start creating that quiet, funny atmosphere. If they don't start turning these around and getting more regular 3-point wins when they could, because you see João Pedro score, Rob, and I'm like, he could go on. If you watch him, he could go on to be a very, very good regular scorer, top scorer in the Premier League. Yeah, he's got that in him. We've seen other players that they've got players that look like they're going to be top players. Mustoe is another one that was like, okay, all right, it was pretty good. And Cucurella's done well. All these young players are growing, improving. So the signs are really good. I like the manager, but they're making these mistakes. And these errors are holding them back, and they've got to.
They continue, Robin, and I think he said, actually, youth is one thing, accountability is another. And I thought it was a really good line. Like, come on, you might be 22 now, but you've got 70 games. You've been to this. We've got to take the next step with this group. The other thing, Rob, just on Chelsea, before we move, look at their next 6 games. Somebody said to me they've got a bit of a tough runner. They've got Arsenal at home, Villa away, Newcastle at home, Everton away, Man City home, Man United away. The next 6 games. So that's a shakeout. That's gonna tell us where this team are now with Liam Rosenior. Are they challenging for Champions League spot, or are they just looking to get a European, maybe Europa League?
I mean, the ones Liverpool we just talked about, Chelsea, Man United playing tomorrow. We're not going to cover that on this podcast. They're the 3, and that's a big 3, and they won it, and Chelsea won it.
They all won it.
Whoever doesn't make it, I think probably. You think there's probably less like bad reaction if it's Man United that don't do it? I feel like if Liverpool don't do it,
they got 6th and didn't quite make it. I think would still be seen as it's a good run, and that I'm sure United financially will want it. For the other 2, I don't think it'd be unacceptable.
Yeah, well, certainly for Liverpool, and Slot said it himself. They don't finish there; it's unacceptable. So it's an interesting race, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing at the end of the game.
And the red cards, mate. I know we think, what is it? 6 red cards now. It's a problem to the club. It's a problem that the players are getting themselves sent off. Whether it's doing silly things, being on second yellows, whether it's not controlling yourself.
Have you ever had any? I'm just thinking back, right, through our careers, right?
Yeah.
I can never remember a prolonged disciplinary issue that we ever had at our clubs, or I mean, you Wimbledon used to kick lumps at people.
It did. I mean, different times, I get it, and I know different fouls, but it was almost like at that time then, Rob, you read the room. You knew if you could get away with one, sometime the first 10 minutes, you'd take a challenge, and then we didn't have a terrible
record
because people understood the rules and knew where you could go. This Chelsea team seemed like reckless to it. I mean, I played 600 games in teams that we used to get a foot, and I got sent off once. So because there was times when I'm on a yellow, I've got to be careful on that one. I'd love to go and have another.
It's a little easier now, Rob. I think the yellow cards are given out a little easier.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different climate, and I do get that. But there is still a point, Rob, where the catch goes on when you're on a yellow. I'd love to go and have
I know.
That, but I can't do it because I've got a yellow. I don't think some of these Chelsea players have got that mindset. I think they see the ball and think, I'm just going in there, and then don't realise what the consequences
are. It's selfish, mate. That's what it is. It's selfish. There was a couple of times where I was so fired up with the player I'm playing against. I really want to leave. But you can't.
Can you?
No.
You're going to let your team down, probably lose the game. You're going to miss a couple of games and all that.
You let a lot of people down. The fans that travelled, I know.
Yeah. It's a good shout. But, that's another thing that Liam Rosenior, as a young coach, I think has got to address. He's got to address with this group because it's hurting them. So them winning points.
Hey, Rob, just thinking about it, weren't Arsenal the same a few years ago? A couple of years ago
when they had a spell under Arteta, didn't they? They had a spell.
Yeah, was it like beginning of last year? All these silly red cards are kicking the ball away and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, coaching and strategy and playing, but also emotional control and game management and game understanding is still an important part of successful teams, keeping 11 players on.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.